I am your host, Kaylee Nedrow. I am your host, Kaylee Nedrow. I am your host, Kaylee Nedrow. Kaylee Nedrow here at 90.9 The Lights Get Up and Go Show. Students of Liberty University's Aviation Maintenance and Technician program normally have to purchase their own toolboxes for their classes, but Piedmont Airlines recently donated 33 toolboxes, which is going to save incoming students around $5,000 each. Now, this next class of January 2020 is the largest class the program has seen in the past 5 years. Now, this class will be offered again next fall, and a Stage Combat 2 class will be offered sometime next year. So Bruce, if you ever wanted to act out your favorite moves from your favorite action movie, this is your chance. Back to you all in the studio. Now, Lynchburg officials have not made an official statement of what they're planning on doing about the overpopulation of deer in the area. But as you can see behind me, the concern is how close they're getting to the road. The road is right here, and these deer are just feet away from it. Here I am on stage at Liberty University's Black Box Theater. And another cool thing about As It Is in Heaven is that the audience is mere feet away from the actors during the show. The weather forecast for this weekend is looking good. It's going to be mostly dry and in the upper 40s, which is good news for all the parades happening this weekend in our area. The Lynchburg 60th annual parade is going to start on Sunday at 4 o'clock. So get out and enjoy the nice temperatures and the dry weather, because on Monday and Tuesday we are expected to see some light showers and rain coming our way. Here at the Lynchburg Humane Society, there are pets, and more pets. In the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian, the Humane Society has opened their doors to a few more furry friends. Adoption Center manager Danielle Ulmer said they were happy to help.
It's really cool when you have, an opportunity to help out in a big way. It gives the ability for the community to really come together and show their support and love for the pets, which is just amazing. And it usually gets everyone pretty hyped up, like, oh yeah, that's why we're doing it.
Animals from Florida and North Carolina are now waiting to be adopted. But one lucky kitten named Alan recently found his new home with Megan Gasho.
We open the little box and he jumps out kind of with his ears high, just starts exploring the little place. It was like he made himself right at home.
The cast of Liberty University's As It Is in Heaven spent 8 weeks in rehearsal before taking the stage on Thursday's opening night. The show gives audience members a peek into the lives of women in a Shaker community. For the majority of the show, the characters remain on stage, but they aren't sitting with idle hands.
So I would knit throughout the show whenever I wasn't in a scene. Some people would sew, etc., to show the fact that these characters are working. Like, that's what they do as part of their salvation process, is to work, literally.
Here I am on stage at Liberty University's Black Box Theater. And another cool thing about As It Is in Heaven is that the audience is mere feet away from the actors during the show. The show also focuses on the simplistic nature of the Shaker lifestyle by having a minimalistic set. Stage manager Claire Flores said this took a lot of attention to detail.
Basically, all of the set is created by the benches being placed in different locations, and so marking out the floor for where all the benches are supposed to be placed during the show was a really fun challenge, but definitely a challenge to sort of figure out how we were going to color code everything.
Following the open-ended nature of the script, Liberty's performance has successfully kept audiences debating about the final scene in their show. For Kirk's Nightly News, I'm Kaylee Nedrow. Yes, I know, Bruce, all of these weapons behind me look a little bit intimidating, but I promise there's no danger here. All of these weapons are actually used for a stage combat class, which means that they're all dolled. Students bring their gloves and head here to the weapons armory before each class. Professor Andy Gefkin has taught the combat class for 8 years now. He said the hardest thing for students to learn is the physicality of stage fighting.
Yeah, I would say that's something that just about every class struggles with, is acclimating to a new set of rules for how you're supposed to move and react to contact and things like that. They're also always surprised when they actually get punched in the stomach or slapped in the face.
Student Jeremy Bossum said that the class learns different principles like cue, reaction, action as a way to ensure safety while fighting.
The person avoiding or blocking goes first so that we make sure there's no chance that they won't get out of the way in time. You go as soon as they get out of the way, but so it looks simultaneous in the end.
And even though the students do take precautions, when you're fighting, Jeremy said accidents can still happen.
There was one moment I went for an uppercut and I was supposed to slap his hand out in front, and I just went out a little bit too far and caught like his chin and his cheek on the way up, and we both went into a, all right, we need to be very safe about this from now on.
The final for the class is a 5-minute fight that combines sword fighting, hand-to-hand combat, and lines from a movie or play.